welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the TFTV 2 stream. We're going straight into a game which has started without us. We're a little bit slow looking for casters, unfortunately, but it's going to be IM and awsomniac. They are 5 minutes in right now, but the score is tied at 0-0 with IM pushing on to that last point. So it's looking not too good for awsomniac right now. I mean, they haven't lost any rounds, Ali. You're joining me now instead of Marble, who's just disappeared off the face of the earth. Probably gone to the bar. I didn't want to go find him, unfortunately, in case he shouted at me in Irish.
Yeah, I was headed there myself before you roped me into this, so... yeah, but hopefully it should actually be a good game. I had no idea it was going to be IM versus AwS, which could actually be really close. I think AwS not performing as well as they wanted to escape, but oh, the Uber pop came in, but they had crits and Merlin popped just in time for Knudsen to save the point there. They're just going to save it. Just Yuki left alive at the moment. He's hiding in top lobby. I don't think he's going to get anything done. Zappa's closing him down. So already we see IM having pushed AwS back to last, now get met with a solid AwS defense, and it's going to be AwS retaking Spire.
Yeah, that was really, really nice. I don't often go for crits defending last, but that just seemed to work out perfectly for them. All of IM just standing on the point and allowing themselves to get crits onto. But with awsomniac now pushing onto this middle, they've got a pretty big crits advantage, and it's only going to get bigger with the way crits built. And Kaidos is even going to pick up a Poria as well. Not quite sure where he was, but with that, I'm sure awsomniac are just going to push straight on. They know they've got advantage. They know they can just sort of bully IM out, and IM are just going to back out for it.
Yeah, Merlin also nearing that crits Krieg. Bonobo won't have his Uber nearly in time, so they're really going to be aware of that Kaidos crit sticky coming around Choke and completely destroying them in Spire. Bonobo is only on 90% right now, so he's really wary of that clumped up in Choke. The Soldier Bomb comes in, which is the common distraction. Bonobo gets just about forced, and Merlin is going to try and escape with his crit streak. Obviously that plan is massively backfired on AwS, and they're just going to try and minimize losses at the moment. They've actually managed to keep quite a few players behind, but I think quite a few are stuck behind as well. I'm not sure. It looks just like Merlin's backed up on his train in a good position, but I'm not sure where Kaidos is right now. Oh, he's gone down. He only just spawned. He must have gone down in the middle of that fight, but yeah. They're just going to stream on here, IM, and just try and get the force out of the Uber here. And they really want to wait for Kaidos here, AwS, but he's not connected to Merlin right now, so that's going to be quite difficult. I'm just trying to fix the spectator problems I've got. I can't even go to free cam in this. What is this, Commander X? What is your computer?
It's not. It's because Admirable's been changing all the settings. I don't know. I think it might be right click, maybe. But yeah, anyway, so Knudsen's going to pick up Yuki there. He also picked up Sheep earlier, so Knudsen baiting people around the corners. And Ali's standing next to me getting really annoyed at Commander X's computer. But they're sitting on mid right now. They're both teams just ready to push in. awsomniac have the advantage. They have the height advantage. They have the number advantage, so it doesn't really make any difference. But sorry, people are distracting me. But IM are defending mid, and they actually force awsomniac out. Merlin still has that crit streak, and IM know this. They're really getting aggressive onto him. They're going to pick up Knudsen, and maybe Stark's going to get out the end by Sheep here. Yeah, Sheep as well picking up Starky. So with that, I mean, awsomniac are now 2 players down. A crits to defend last against an Uber. I mean, well, just as we joined, they somehow managed to do it, but I don't think IM are going to make the same mistake. And surely they're just going to bring Turmo in. He's not going to jump aggressively. The crits comes out, but it's not finding anyone. It eventually finds Snowblind, but they pick up Zappas for it. Now Bonobo's going down as well, but there go the awsomniac. Couple of players. Both players exchanging frags. Everything's going on. Knudsen's the only one left alive, and Aporia manages to cap it out. That's going to bring us to 1-0. So, 8.5 minute round there for awsomniac. They're holding off pretty well compared to how we saw them in the last game versus... no, sorry. Compared to how we've seen them against some of the American teams. So as we go to this next middle while Ali tries to get his computer fixed and possibly not getting it done. But it doesn't matter because IM are sort of under and above the point. They've got a lot of players spread out quite fast. Snowblind's going to get in aggressively onto Turmo, onto Merlin, and Turmo finishes him off. So there's no medic down now for awsomniac, and they lose Zappas and Starks, also no scouts. I am confidently winning this middle. I'm slightly confused of what's happening as there's lots of people talking next to me. I am coming in through the choke right now and looking to get aggressive straight onto that tower. There's no one from awsomniac to defend except from Knudsen, who's coming from behind. He gets spotted out by Yuki though. He's just going to jump away. He's not even going to try for it. A pretty clever play from Knudsen there. He's just sort of seen what's happening, seen what's going on, decided he can't even make that jump and just goes straight back into that forward spawn, gets out and is up to defend last. So a nice job from Knudsen. because it didn't mean he had to shoot anyone, which is always good. And they're all sat in top lobby right now. It looks like maybe they're going to take in Turmo and Snowblind, a common tactic from them, but the Pyro of Stark just denying everything. Surely this is going to go. There's also a sentry up as well, and that seems to be doing a lot of damage. Aporia and Turmo are already down. They trade for Zebasai, but IM are all pretty lit, and they're having to back out all the way up to choke, maybe. They're set on Grey Bridge, but Osamnek don't really seem to want to chase them too much. Cadus is out on the balcony, as is Miralin, but there's a scout of Sheep in behind. He's perhaps going for the back cap. He's probably going to make it. Zebasai's just formed, but it's not going to be enough time, and Sheep caps out to bring us to 2-0. And now in comes... this is good, bringing us down now to our third round. Sorry, while...
I am back just in time for middle. Here we go. 2-0 to IM. Thank you to Ryushi for solo taking that entire push there. So we're going to look onto this middle. Both demos going fairly passive onto this. Give Ryushi a break, sorry. And looks like neither team is going to commit really early. Both roaming soldiers just jumping their own chain, making sure there's no one else going aggressive into their territory there. We see Turmo Stickies are going to cause the first casualties. AwS trying to push up into their choke, but Turmo is just mashing. Zebasai goes down, Stark pushes forward onto Aporia. Some incredible stickies there from Turmo doing so much damage. Cadus gets launched away, he's stuck in Valley, he's not going to be able to do much here. He's going to try and walk back onto middle, but it's just Bonobo and Yuki left, and Bonobo is so weak, he must be trying to back out at the moment. He's got that Uber, which he desperately doesn't want to pop, but is there someone chasing? It looks like he might just be able to get out and get the resup and come back out, but if they contest mid, they're going to have to wait for their entire team, and Cadus is doing a nice job of denying those stickies. The soldier jumps up to try and contest the point. Scout on it from AwS, just falls back and then gets back on, and AwS are making really good use of that height. They actually force the Uber out really early. The Uber comes back out from AwS. We're going to have an Uber versus Uber fight now. It looks like the demo might be trapped out. Really nice stickies there from Cadus.
Yeah, picking up Turmo, and now Bonobo as well with a huge pipe. And Osomniac just managing to get, what, 3 frags there? That's pretty good. Aporia's on 12 health. He's going to have to go back. Snowblind switch onto that heavy. And they've got through it to defend. They put a lot of time on the point with Zebasai. And Sheep also headshotting Cadus. But it doesn't matter because in comes Zappers from behind that heavy. Running around him. That turn speed not doing him any favors. And he's just going to cap it out. Bringing us to 2-1 actually. Pretty close there.
Yeah, potential comeback on. It's on, baby. So you'd think that, like, IM, based on how they've been playing today, and AwS not really up to standard, that this would just definitely be a role for IM, but they've definitely got it in them AwS to bring this back, so if they have a good middle here, we could see them even leveling the score right now. There's Aporia jumps forward onto the train, denies that AwS scout, but the slope rollout again, AwS is getting completely torn apart. Just 2 people left alive in exchange for Snowblind. Just Miralin trying to escape his way back to last. I think he's quite a way out now, so he should be alright, or... Where is he? Oh yeah, he's gonna be fine. So they're just gonna stream forward at the moment, IM, and take Spire, but AwS, they're crumbling. That Valley rollout really not working for them. Maybe they should try and change it up next middle. But for the moment, it's probably likely they're just gonna go for some off-class. And yeah, that Stark Pyro, as we saw before, Miralin on a 75%. He's looking for someone to Ubersaw, but there's gonna be no one there. He's gonna go down eventually. And after a long DM fight, this should definitely be IM's round.
Yeah, well, I'm not quite sure what's going on. Turmo and Sheep are going to be picking up Zappers and Cadus, and Knudsen's trying as hard as he can to defend, but it's not going to happen. That's going to bring us to 3-1 there. Some nice plays by IM. They took the Uber in, they picked up Miralin, and they backed out as well. I think that was really clever from them to back out, rotate up to top, and then come back in.
Yeah, I mean, even if you got the medic pick, it doesn't obviously guarantee you the rest of the DM fight. If the players have got good health, you can't win a fight. But I mean, once they got the higher ground, there was no way the AwS players could really hold them off. Let's come on to this next middle. AwS still going for their slope rollout, and the soldier comes in to try and punish them. Miralin catches a nice rocket, though he's going to survive, but gets caught by Yuki on the other end of his surf, and IM are just tearing through this AwS lineup, and it's just Zappos left alive. Miralin isn't even going to survive this time, and Zappos is down. That's going to be a full wipe for IM.
Yeah, that's I don't know, were they running the same rollout? I wasn't watching, I was watching from Snowblind's point of view.
Yeah, they're just running this slope rollout all the time, and the IM are just timing their bombs really well. They catch them at the sort of reaching the top of that slope, and they've just got nowhere to go.
Yeah, IM are so aggressive as well. They're already in the top lobby just as they cap second. They're looking to push straight away. They know they've got advantage. They're just going to play off it. Maybe send both these scouts in. That's what they're looking at now. Now
they've
the
just
turbo
spotted
comes
that
in.
pyro up top as well. Obviously, Stark did an amazing job previously of defending that combo, but this time the combo comes through main with the Uber. Stark trying to reflect as many of the stickies he can. Kada's rocking the loose cannon, picks up the snowblind on entry. They're trying a different tack now. Aporia jumps and takes down Zappers, but Nutsu returns the frag on Sheep, and Zebasai's down 2. That's 2 down a piece at the moment as Yuki jumps up, and Stark is doing a wonderful job, picks up another frag as well on top of that. That's 2 frags for Stark in this hold, and Turbo is just left alive on bout, just making his way out as Cadus pulls into top lobby, and AwS are probably going to aim to take that back the Spire as soon as they can.
Well, Cadus forces out the stickies of Turmo, so without that, I am just going to have to back up. If they'd got the pick on Cadus, they could have come straight back in, but an aggressive jump forward from Knudsen, surfing up that ramp. He's going to get a huge rocket onto Sheep there, but not going to be able to finish him off. Sheep, in fact, body shot Stark just before. And Aporia's defending the Spire. He's in behind. He gets double jumped by Knudsen and Cadus, but Cadus almost falling to Aporia there as well. Was that it sounded like a crit streak there coming out, but I don't think it was. It was just an Uber being forced out of Cadus, out of Knudsen and Miralin there. Knudsen jumps in, does absolutely nothing and get mullered.
Yeah, that Uber really not doing much for them then. Knudsen tried to jump forward, but the Uber just wasn't lasting long enough as Sheep peeks round 2, just in time to catch Miralin before we can get back into the safety of those lobby doors. Sheep going on Sniper. I think he picked up a body shot earlier, but now it's just completely lethal. People forget about the quality they have. I mean, on Viaduct he plays it all the time, but that Sheep pick is going to be enough to pick up the entire round here. AwS with no heals on last, and I am answer the 1 round from AwS with 2 more rounds quickly on the trot.
Yeah, they're looking really, really strong right now from IAM. And just rolling forward onto this middle. I mean, I'm interested to see if Osomnek do something different. And if they do, how I am going to react to it. It looks like, once again, it's the same strat from Osomnek. They're running that slope rollout. And surely IAM are just
they're going to shit house this time. It's a different strat. As Cadus jumps in about 20 feet in the high, gets a nice sticky on the sheet coming out of house, and they've worked this so much better. Instead of taking their own train, they've gone and stolen IM's territory. That's really nice from them. They made it look like the play, and the bombs came in from IM into slopers before. I think Cadus almost faked doing the same kind of rollout again, but this time they pulled it their own way, and they've made it work. The soldiers onto Miralin. Aporia comes out of house and just completely unnoticed. Zebasai with a nice little juggle and air shot at the end to clean it up. But I am rescued by Aporia there with the big flank.
Yeah, absolutely. See, even I was fooled. I saw the 2 scouts come in slope. I think in slope, and no, you know, if I'm fooled, I am a fool. Everyone's fooled, and they played it really well. Just edging out, losing out Miralin there. That's pretty unfortunate for them. But I don't think it'll be much. I'm surprised Miralin's not spawning with that crit streak. Actually, he was playing it so much earlier this match. I thought he'd carry it on, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if it's worked previously, you think why stop? But I mean, maybe they want to keep us a surprise. Maybe it's some secret tactic they've got lined up for the knockouts tomorrow. You know, even though it's the competition now, it's not necessarily as important games as tomorrow. So I mean, keep your best strats under wrap. But currently, what we're seeing is the top lobby hold from IM, which is quite common. We saw them a lot in their PCWs that they were playing in the build-up for this land, and AwS reading this with the perfect response to this, which is to climb their medic up Spire. But the soldier bomb is completely unnoticed, gets onto Bout, and takes down Cadus. That's really nice from Aporia. That's going to massively stint the push from AwS. I am going to fall back to last, but like gaining a demo pick on the way is a massive trade. And they're actually going to come out and try and force this Uber as well, but Zebasai's got a much better Uber here. Let's see what he can do with this coming through main. He's going to chase Bonobo out, but I don't think his Uber is going to be long enough. He gets juggled completely, and this could work quite well for IM actually. As Bonobo is stuck on the floor, but the damage from IM is too much, and the rest of AwS aren't there to back their team up. Starkey just about protects Miralin and allows them to get out, but even he might go down now to these rampaging scouts from IM who are just going to tear through with the heels of Bonobo. Stark goes down, and it looks like Zappis will do maybe 2, or maybe they extended a bit too far. Yeah, that scout Sheep just gets picked off by Cadus on the respawn.
Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate there. But I mean, or something like, could they push in with Sheep down? They know that his sniper's a monster, and it could be spawning pretty soon. But it looks like IM are looking to get aggressive here. They're holding that lobby forward, and they just want to make Osomnek do something. I think.
Yeah, I thought Sheep was on sniper there, but he's actually changed back to scout. I mean, obviously you want to scout if you're like forward capping to the Spire. And with a top lobby hold, there are no obvious like angles, because the whole point of the top lobby hold is to be in close and personal, such that you can force the Uber. And I mean, that's what they're coming back to once again.
I tell you who is on sniper. Stark's on sniper, and I'm not quite certain of this, because with that top lobby hold from IM, he's never going to get an angle to
He's
find
got no
anyone.
angles, yeah, I definitely agree with you right there. I mean, he can peek in main and maybe get a shot into that top lobby, but he just doesn't have the time with stickies there. But actually, they've opted not to use the sniper at all and just send their combo through. They pick up a Poria, but there's a much better Uber here from IAM, and Zebasai actually they're going to be chased out of this drop down, opting not to follow, but Sheep goes down. No, sorry, Sheep takes down Stark. There was that sniper going down, but Snowblind on the flank is taking down Zappis, and he might actually take down Cadis here down to 12 HP. Amazing play from Snowblind there, completely dominating the AwS flank and forcing them back to choke.
Yeah, AwS running with their tail between their legs right now. I am just sat on this point, just going to cap it out with a ×5, looking for those cap points, Yuki Termia and Snowblind. And they're just going to continue streaming in through this choke, I think. They've got the free pick. They can just bully Awesomniac out. They don't have advantage, but they've got the DM. Zappis and Knutson are going to be going down. That's the weak members of the flank for Awesomniac gone down. Starkey's left alone, and the combo is strong, and they've got Uber, but they're going to even try coming in here. They might actually catch out Bonobo. This could be really dangerous for IAM. Bonobo's going to go down. He's only on 8%. Turmo down as well. That was a huge play from Awesomniac. And well, in fact, no, it's just a complete misplay from IAM. How did they get so aggressive when they had like a 40% disadvantage? Sheep's behind. Yuki and Snowblind are behind, defending that point. Yuki's on 113 HP. He's going to shoot down one. It's going to in come Zappis. Can Zappis kill him? He's got 44
Zappis
HP.
is down to 3 HP, but Sheep is also behind, and Sheep is going to clear it at Zappis, and he's going to sit on that back cap, which is only Cadis to try and deny him. But Cadis is quite weak himself. Sheep in the end opts to go back, which is probably wise, as Zebo comes flying in and would have probably have mullered him to death. But Bonobo takes down Miralin. What is this on the kill feed? How did that even happen? I hope we see a replay or something of that at the end if it was caught on stream, but I'm not sure if it will be. Oh no, we're on TFTV2. We won't get that kind of luxury, but maybe in a frag movie one day. I'm just seeing Miralin's body lying just outside of his house there. But yeah, got to credit Bonobo there for the medic pick. As we see, that's going to, of course, prompt IAM to come forward. No heals on AwS side. Pori goes to the flank, but he gets taken down. They don't really need to throw bodies away in such a lame manner here. I mean, they've got the heal advantage, or they would have if Bonobo was alive. Instead, it's just going to be a straight DM fight, which IAM were just winning there outright by themselves. A couple of fractured on the flank, but Miralin has been alive longer, so it looks like AwS are going to have more of the incentive to push forward here and take control of middle, as Bonobo's heals are only just arriving.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they've got Knutson's forward. He's jumping in. He's spotted out where IAM are. Snowblind's maybe going to get caught out. He's taking a bit of damage there. But Zebasai jumping up high, trying to fire some rockets over the house. And it's going to be a free middle for them. Knutson jumping again so far forward. It's just going to get easily picked up by Aporia and Termo. So I'm not quite sure what Knutson's doing. They're one man down. They've got Uber they've got Uber now, and they look like they just want to go in and use it.
Yeah, I'm trying to see where they're going to push from. Obviously, they want to get as close as possible because Bonobo is only on 70% Uber, and they really just want to get into their face to use that as quickly as possible. But they actually managed to get out without popping their Uber entirely, which is going to guarantee them second. If they kept moving, they might have been able to use their Uber to pick Bonobo, but I think he had enough space to retreat into that we're probably just going to see an Uber versus Uber push here onto last. AwS got them 7 minutes left, only 3 rounds to cap to equalize. Entirely possible for them. They don't have to really rush themselves at this point. If they have a good push here, only 2 points behind, you know, that can be achieved in 2 minutes. So it's definitely not outside of AwS's reach right now to bring this back into equal standing. But IAM just look pretty strong on a lot of the transition plays that it might be quite hard.
Yeah, I mean, this is all up to AwS now. They've really not got to fluff this this last push now, and I mean we've seen a couple of last pushes from them.
They're pushing bottom left at the moment.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you, but Sheep is right there, and he was aiming at that with his scope. He doesn't get the headshot, but the push in just capped the point off instantly. Not enough fire there. I think they just ran both of their scouts on with Uber and just capped it outright. Just one scout. Incredible play from AwS, and now we're in 2 points instead of equaling this game up.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I keep saying certain words annoyingly over and over again, and it's really starting to annoy me now, but it's 4v2, 6 minutes left. This is entirely within the realms of possibility. 3 minutes per round is a lot of time for a lot to happen. And Awesomniac, they're going to lose Knutson immediately, but as we've seen, that doesn't seem to bother them too much. Zappis going down, Cadis going down now. They're losing more and more players. IAM lose too, though, so this could still be in the realm. This could still definitely happen for Awesomniac. With Stark left up with 47 HP, Miralin's in so aggressively on middle, trying to heal Stark from far away with an arrow. Doesn't manage to do it and does give up his life. And now Stark, dueling 1v4, 3. trying to defend middle for as long as possible. I don't know where he's gone. Is he still alive?
He's currently still hanging out under, but he's just so low HP that he's not going to be able to do much. I had to criticize Cadus really on that middle, of course, doing a Cadus style bomb into the valley, but it's worked so well for him in the past. But at that point, it was just he bombed, but the whole of the IM team was stuck in valley, and he got snowblind. But compared to being able to stand up on that point and spam down the IM team so they didn't have health to jump or contest, I really didn't think it was the wise decision to bomb like he did. But we're going to be looking at Zappis now, who's going to be up on that balcony aiming at Choke, trying to pick Bonobo as he moves forward. Bonobo just about escapes. I think he might have achieved a body shot. Bonobo down to about 100 HP. But on the flank, Knudsen and Starkey are going to go down, and that's going to mean AwS have to fall all the way back right now. Maryland's only on 50%, whereas Bonobo has already come through main with his 100% Uber advantage. But they haven't capped second yet. They're not going to be able to cap this last. They've used Uber on last. But if they don't pick up any frags, this could be quite catastrophic, really, because, I mean, they just don't have the numbers. Maryland is far too close, though, to Yuki, and Yuki together with Bonobo are just going to cap this out through Raw DM. Termo arriving too. I think AwS could have played that a hell of a lot better. Maybe block Spire when IM Ubered into last, but hey ho.
I don't know. They have just lost 2 players in Knudsen and Stark, so yeah, a bit iffy from both teams there. But 5-2, 4 minutes left. It's looking pretty hard for Insomniac right now. If they can get some lightning quick rounds, then maybe, but I'm not confident in them right now. The way they've been playing. Bonobo's going to be our first death, though, so that's pretty good. Termo and Yuki following quick behind, and Snowblind, Euphoria, and Sheep are all really lit right now. Cadus and Stark, full health. Everyone's just backed out from middle, except from... Okay, maybe not. Maybe they're still fighting. Snowblind's going to be going down. Euphoria is in 13 health, just getting in Cadus' face. He doesn't care. What's going on here? Stark could just, like shoot him from across the map and kill him, and he's just not. Knudsen's in behind. What?
Oh no, they backed out into AwS's house there, so they were just completely out of position, which is going to be pretty grim. They died so late here, they're not going to be able to at all contest second. Not that they should be able to anyway, the amount of advantage Maryland has in Uber, but I think they should be able to push without having to pop here. Termo's quite far forward, and he's just going to get pressured out. Cadus jumping onto balcony too, just to pressure Snowblind out, and the combo at the moment is just backed so far off into bottom left. Zebo even trying to push it further. Termo on 30 HP. He might... they gave him too much credit there. They could have picked up Termo, but they're going to wrap round straight into going into top, and they pick up Yuki, and they're just going to go straight on point here. Zappis, the rest of IM were just too busy distracted, and we're back to 5-3, back to the 2-point difference. This time we've only got 2 minutes 50 remaining, but that's still time to cap. They have to move quickly though.
Yeah, once again, it's got to be a really quick round, just like that last one. And it hinges on middle. I mean, they got Bonobo down so early, and IM just had no heals at all. And a couple of IM players just stayed around for so long as well. I mean, I wonder what's going to happen here. Zappis coming in straight on Termo, trying to do as much damage. Termo's just going to completely destroy him with sticks, but he immediately gets followed up by Zebasai. Now seeing him start taking down Sheep, but Maryland and Knudsen are both down. IM losing a lot of players, but Zebasai and Stark,
they're just trying to take down. 2v1 left at the moment, and they actually win it, Stark and Zebasai. They lost Maryland, so they're not going to be able to roll on to last too easily. It's going to have to be a non-Uber versus non-Uber push, but I think Zebasai actually is coming forward. He's coming forward, he's going to look for a pick into the last. He's got 200 HP, he's going to hide in that bottom left area from IM's perspective and see if anyone rushes there. I think it might be... Oh, if he comes in, he's run into 2 soldiers. Unlucky there from Zebasai. That was quite a close middle. Obviously, AwS went super aggressive to try and get these quick rounds, but they ended up coming out with the mid, so they're going to have the advantage of, well, having that mid and being able to push forward into IM second. But IM are by no means weak, but they're sending Knudsen in, trying to open up the flank for the rest of his team, but no one's actually following up on Knudsen's presence, and Knudsen with 30 HP is probably going to get taken down behind in a second, but he manages to pick up a Euphoria. That's a good trade for Knudsen. You always want to have the player advantage if you're the attacking team, and if you trade with a defending player, that's always going to be good for you. But Zebasai comes forward as well, and Zappis, I'm not sure, are they trying to get the... What were they trying to achieve there? There was no Uber for Bonobo, but they had crits! I can't believe I didn't notice. Cadus comes forward, gets up Yuki, gets up Bonobo. Termo's super weak, got 40 HP left. There's a scout on him now. Can Cadus take him down? He really doesn't want to lose Maryland in this fight if they want a chance of pushing to last. Maryland's going to survive with 20 HP, and the scout is going to get out too. I'm not sure if you realized how weak Maryland just was as Cadus jumps into Spire, trying to push his team forward. They really need to keep moving. There's so many weak players on Spire for IM. Snowblind on 15, Euphoria on 70 HP. They should cap this eventually AwS, but this is moving painfully slowly for them if they want to equalize these rounds.
Yeah, there's 40 seconds left. They're not going to be able to get they're not going to bring it to 5-5, but they can definitely bring it to 5-4 if they're confident. Yuki's going to come in with Snowblind, take down Stark and Zebasai, but Cadis is just going to be able to sit on this point, and he's actually pipe dueling with Termo right now. Who's going to win? Termo just put some 6 down earlier and wins that for him, but Termo's just getting denied!
Big Termo! 1v1's Cadis, 1v1's Mirren, and jumps up, pipes him on top of the point. Sick play from Termo, just showing he's more than a match for the best of Europe's demo men. As we're just battling for pride now. This is the last game of the day. Bring any momentum forward into tomorrow. Any gutsy plays, any air shots. Let's see what they got to offer. But no, we hit 0 timer, and it's going to be the map for IM. They're going to win 5-3. A fairly close game compared to a lot of the 5-0, 6-1 rolls we've seen today. But I think both teams had a lot of positives to take away. So yeah, good way to round up the day, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. This was a much better game than I was expecting, seeing Orsomniac earlier today. They did not look strong, but now today they look. This match they looked a lot better than they have, and hopefully coming into the brackets tomorrow, they'll be really good.
Yeah, it's fairly reminiscent of the sort of the underachieving Infused from i49. Just didn't want to be there. They could obviously achieve to such a high level, but I mean, they didn't do well in this group, and then they faced Broda. Hopefully we'll have better organization later on so that they won't have to, like, say, face Epsilon twice and get knocked out when they could really place, like, higher than that kind of thing. I'm looking at the logs right now, and Termo actually hitting up the top of the scoreboard with 10.3k damage, beating his opposite number Cadis on less than 9k damage. Both Pocket Soldiers up there with each other. Fairly even damage spread. Couldn't critique anyone at all for any glaring errors, I think, in this. Yeah, quite a good performance from both teams in terms of no standout frags, no standout underperformances. Maybe Zappis going 7 for 21 might be the more noticeable, but I mean, it wasn't evident in the cast. You can't critique people when you don't notice those kinds of things.
Yeah, definitely.